Alright, so Tory Lanez just released his new album, Love Me Now, October 26th. It has 15 songs and it runs for 49 minutes. The album cover draws inspiration from the sitcom The Brady Bunch, which aired from September 26, 1969 to March 8, 1974. So I thought it was pretty interesting for him to borrow from something from that time period, because he wasn't born probably he was probably born 10 years after the Brady Bunch went off air. So it's a pretty straightforward album cover. But anyways, moving on, singles, we have Drip x3 featuring Meek Mill. We have Talk to Me featuring Rich the Kid, and Keep in Touch featuring Bryson Tiller. Standouts, we have Why Don't You Love Me. On his record, Tory contemplates a past relationship that went sour. He says, "Damn, I wished you loved me. Wasn't it so lovely? Wasn't it so lovely when you used to love me? And do you still love me?" We have track 2, She Told Me. A woman tells Tory he has no chance of bagging her, but he feels differently. We have track 3, Duck My Ex featuring Chris Brown and 2 Chainz. It's an upbeat record about avoiding ex-girlfriends and flexing while doing so. We have track 4, Drip x3 featuring Meek Mill. It's the first single, and Tory and Meek's swagger is on a 10 while they finagle with women. We have Talk to Me featuring Rich the Kid. It's the second single. Rich says, "The Rafe Red, Ben Frank, my friend's dead, yeah." And that part right there is a dig towards Uzi Vert, because they had some issues in the past, and all my friends are dead. That's what that comes from. And then he says, "The plug on Walk with Me, plug," and that's a play on his hit single Plug Walk. We have Flexible featuring Chris Brown and Little Baby. It's a record about being in public with a woman while flexing their money and jewelry, basically being Bonnie and Clyde. We have Ferris Wheel featuring Trippie Redd. It's an upbeat record that celebrates twerking and also borrows from Juvenile's Back That Ass Up and Wait the Whisper song by Ying Yang Twins. We have track 12, Miami featuring Gunna. Tory recounts his trials and tribulations up to the point of finding success. He says, "I may have hit a couple credit card fraud scams on a nigga, but I land on a nigga." So basically right there, he said he might have done some dirt, but if anybody tested him, he was always down to throw hands with him. And then he says, "In the court, I've been missing court, yeah. Court, yeah. Got a warrant, so I put that shit in sport, yeah. Sport, yeah. I lost so many of my niggas on the off street. I can't believe some of my niggas double crossed me. Shit is hard and I'm broken, but I cope. I fit a 35 in the backwood when I smoke, and niggas asking why I smoke so many blunts, huh? Because these backwoods and these blunts are full of numb, huh? And all this activism drink, it make me numb, huh? The only time when I feel at peace is when I'm dumb high. I keep the flashy Jesus pieces when I stunt now, and I keep 250,000 pieces when I stunt now. Them dumbass teachers and police said I'd be nothing, huh? I ducked the priest and chased my dreams, and now his son's hot. I'm back and forth in millions. All y'all pussy niggas my mans. These niggas did me dirty. No, I can't speak on my friendship." So this entire song is very deep. Miami, that's where he currently resides and where most of this album was recorded. So the next part of the song, where he says, "In the court, I've been missing court." So basically he has some issues dealing with court, and he hasn't been showing up, so he has a warrant out, and he said, "I put that shit in sport." Basically he's saying he's on the run from the court, which if you do have any warrants, you need to take care of that before they try to lock you up. And then he says, "I lost so many of my niggas on the off street." He lost a lot of friends in the streets. "I can't believe some of my niggas double crossed me. Shit is hard and I'm broken." Basically, some people that he used to rock with betrayed him, and it hit him so hard, and it hit him so hard to the point to where he didn't know what to do. But he says, "But I cope I fit a 35 in the backwood when I smoke. And niggas asking why I smoke so many blunts, huh? So basically, he's telling people why he's medicating himself with drugs and alcohol because he's been through a bunch of different situations. I know on his last album, he talked about coming home from school and finding out that his mother had passed away, which that's some dark stuff. And then he said on that same day it was raining outside, and that his sister had ran past him, which I think that's pretty crazy. You at school, get out of school, it's raining, you come home, you find out that your mother died. That'd be hard for anybody to handle. I wouldn't know what I would do if I experienced something like that. But then he says, the only time when I feel at peace is when I'm dumb high. So basically, when he's off the kush is when he feels at peace. And then he says now that he's made it, he stunts on the people that basically were naysayers and doubted him, like his dumbass teachers, he says, and the police. And then he says, I'm back and forth in millions. All y'all pussy niggas, my minions. So basically he's saying he's stacking up his bread, and all the niggas that's hating are his minions, are they're beneath him. These niggas did me dirty. No, I can't speak on friendship. So basically, he's having issues with trusting people. So as far as like friendships go, they're either non-existent or few in between, which I think this was like the most densely packed song on the album. And then we have Swing featuring PnB Rock and Trey Songz. The trio come together for a bedroom anthem. They discuss spoiling women with jewelry and trips overseas. And then we have track 15, KJM, or Kendall Jenner music. As he says, bossy, classy, and a whole lot of private jets is something that describes her. And he feels like this song suits that. And then he says, and then Tory finds himself distancing himself from BS and the fuck niggas. So basically, as you can see from like all of these songs, he touches upon some deep stuff, but for the most part, he delivered a whole bunch of bangers and party anthems, which I thought was cool because his last album was more of a deep look into his life and the things that he had gone through. And this one, he touches upon those things too, but in less of a manner. But anyways, moving on, sleepers, we have If It Ain't Right featuring A Boogie with the Hoodie, The Runoff, and You Thought Wrong. Skips, we have Cut Me Off featuring Nav and Keep in Touch featuring Bryson Tiller. My personal favorites for this album are Why Don't You Love Me, She Told Me, Duck My Ex, Drip Times 3, Flexible, If It Ain't Right, Ferris Wheel, Swing, and KJM. My overall conclusion, I thought this was a great follow-up to Memories Don't Die. I think on that album, there was only like one skip for me. This one only had 2 skips. And the album percentage in terms of the rating is probably a difference of probably 4% or so, something around there, 4 to 10%. And I also thought that the first half of this album is way stronger than the second half. And I gave it a 13 out of 15, which comes out to an 87%. So overall, a great effort put forth by him. A lot of these songs should debut on Billboard. At least, probably all the songs that I wrote down or I have down as my favorites are probably going to debut on Billboard. So we'll just have to see when that happens. And I also want to know where he's going to go from here. He's dropping another album next summer called El Agua, which is the water, which is a perfectly titled name for an album because he's in Miami, and Miami is known for its beaches, which is water. So I'm pretty sure he's going to be delivering some bangers on that as well. But anyways, if you guys enjoyed my review, Be sure to give this video a thumbs up. If you're a fan of Tory Lanez, be sure to pick up this album, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.